The latest figures show that the unemployment rate has remained steady at 4.1% in April, which is still a very low unemployment rate by historical standards. But the surprising thing I'm seeing is the number of jobs created. So 89,000 people started new jobs in April, which was far higher than expected. Economists who were surveyed ahead of this data being released had expected something like 20,000 jobs to have been created in the month of April. So it does show on that metric that the jobs market is still faring a lot stronger than expected. So let's drill down into the details. The rise in employment for females was more than for males. So during that month, 65,000 females found work, while 24,000 males started new jobs. So most of these were also full-time workers. That's pleasing to hear. So, more stability there. Whereas employment has grown by 390,000 people over the year. So employment growth at 2.7%. That's even higher than Australia's population growth rate for people who are aged 15 or over. So 2.7% employment growth versus 2.1% population growth. So that's the other remarkable statistic that I'm seeing from the latest ABS figures. And for a deeper dive, now let's bring in an expert here, the chief economist of William Buck, Bessa Dedder. Hi there, Bessa. What do you make of these latest figures? Looks like the job market is still doing okay.
We've got an unemployment rate of 4.1% and a very big jump in jobs of nearly 90,000. And quite frankly, if the participation rate hadn't risen to a near record high, we would have seen that unemployment rate print even lower. So it is reflecting a very tight labour market. The Reserve Bank will look at this data very closely. It is the last piece of data before they meet next week.
Yeah, so there's a lot of talk about next week's Reserve Bank decision. A lot of economists, including yourself, are expecting a rate cut. What do you think is the magnitude of the rate cut we're likely to see?
I think they're likely to take their foot off the brakes by just 0.25%. I'm not inclined to think they'll go by 0.5%, particularly given this very big jobs number today, but also because some of those fears around tariffs have eased somewhat. Now, it is only a truce for 90 days between the US and China, and tariffs have been cut to 30% for Chinese imports to the US, so tariffs are still a lot higher than what they were before Trump became president. And obviously we don't know what will happen at the end of the 90 days. So there's still a lot of uncertainty, and with that some downside risk to the global economy. But I think with the improvement in the underlying inflation rate to be back in the middle of the band, real wages picking up, and also this strong jobs number, I think that really suggests the Reserve Bank will keep it to 0.25%.